Hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. In the last episode, Kyoko had even more clues for us. We have examined Sakura's body. Once again, there's some strange yellow powder on one of her shoes. We learned she's been hit over the head twice, and we also learned that there was no blood on her hands. Now, I think the next thing I want to look at is the bottles. I think Kyoko said she'd found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new. If it is literally just, there are two missing, then I'm gonna be very disappointed.
Hey.
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. What? I have literally no idea what she means. She's not talking about the chess pieces, is she? If she is, that's a really stupid way of putting it. Because, without the chess pieces, you can tell there are two gaps. We are missing one bottle. We have the broken one on the floor, but then there's another that's just kind of vanished into thin air, and we have someone with two head injuries like that. A correlation. Hey, Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is?
So...
I don't mind guiding you toward clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea, because if Kyoko has a theory, then you could be not manipulated. You could be, oh, fuck. What's the word I'm looking for? But rather than drawing your own conclusion, you could simply think what Kyoko thinks. She needs you to be unbiased. You need to come to your own conclusion. Here's the thing, I'm not entirely sure what she means by a correlation. I'm guessing she means the chess figures. And you know, we have whatever was on the floor. There's one missing. And here's the thing, I don't know how many chess pieces there are. I'm not a chess player. So I think there were 6 bottles on that. There's a gap, there are 2 gaps. I think she's being overly verbose right now, if you know what I mean. She's explaining things using kind of odd words. She could just speak simply, and she's not. And I'm kind of like, why? Each person needs to come to their own conclusions so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? Bitch! I love that. I don't trust you. I have every right not to trust you because you didn't tell me a thing, but you should trust me, even though I led you into an ambush that I knew would lead you into an ambush, and I wanted to see how badly injured you would get. I'm being kind of pissy there, but you know, like, Kyoko, she knew we were going to be ambushed. She wanted to see if we'd be hurt or not, and she never warned us, yet we can trust her, apparently. Bitch! No answer? I do trust you to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. What a cow! Only to a degree? Makoto, you shouldn't trust this lady at all. You should not trust her one single jot. It's just the goal of it. The goal. I got you attacked. So what? Why don't you trust me? I won't trust you then. And I'm like, bitch, no. Bitch, why? Monokuma bottle has been updated in the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Hey.
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? If the experiment is you bashing me over the head, which I could see you doing, then fuck no. An experiment?
Anyway...
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces too. Why don't you do that, Kyoko? You've got 2 hands, right? They work just fine. What the... Laziness! Laziness from Kyoko. Huh? Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
That doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya's not here, so... Kyoko. Pot. Calling the kettle black. How many times do I have to tell you this? I love that I've done a thorough investigation, because God forbid she could miss anything. God forbid she could miss anything, like the clue we presented to her that she decided to ignore so that she could slag us off in front of the group. No, Kyoko never misses anything. So it's... Every time she speaks, I just want to punch her. I want to reach through my screen and just punch her so much.
So then...
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. I'm not your butler. I'm not your butler, girl. With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but... What choice do I have? I'd better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work, collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up... I'm assuming that's Kyoko. Sorry to keep you waiting.
So then...
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So, what kind of experiment are we doing?
In other words...
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare the weights. Compare the weights? Of what? You're going to compare the weight of a whole bottle to what you have here. There's going to be more. It'll either be heavier or not as heavy. They won't be the same. That's what I predict. The pieces of glass you collected and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? Makoto, don't... It's okay, Makoto. We're going to get you there. Don't you worry, buddy. We are going to get you there. That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
Listen.
First, let's compare the weight of the... Let me try that again. And I was doing so well on tongue fumbles this episode. What am I saying? I'm only 8 minutes in. It's because I've been recording for over an hour and a half. Time kind of gets a little wibbly wobbly. First, let's compare the weight of 2 of the normal Monokuma bottles. It's balanced.
In other words...
Which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weights.
So then...
Now, here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect to see? If this is just one broken bottle, they'd still weigh the same, give or take, for any pieces that rolled under furniture that you can't get. However, if someone cleaned up the crime scene, because Sakura was smacked twice, they might have either left some of their own shards behind, which means the shards will be heavier, or they might have swept up some of the shards of the other bottle, which means it'll be way lighter. Am I making sense? I hope I'm making sense. Now, what might we expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
So then,
Okay, then let's give it a try. I'ma just grab that. Yep. That. Someone didn't clean up very well. As I said, I'm inclined to think it would be Toko. Hiro, he's so scatterbrained. And I don't think he would have the wits to sweep up after he had attacked someone. He'd just do a runner. Toko, on the other hand, I think she could do that. Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought. What?
In other words,
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles, put it all together,
hey,
and I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. Girl, why are you talking like this? Again, she's being verbose. She's doing that thing of like, I'm going to use odd language so that I can prove how smart I am. And whenever I see someone do that, I'm like, you're an idiot. That, or you're just deeply insecure about your own intelligence, because people who are secure don't need to justify. Kyoko. So, what do you think? It's all on you. Monokuma bottle experiment has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. And last but by no means least, the magazines. Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Oh, hello. Is that... One second. I'm like... That looks like Princess Piggles to me. So I'm like, let me just read upside down. Give me a minute. I see ladies. I'm determined to do this now. 1 second. I am full on turning my entire body here. Cosplay King. Miss Muscle appears. You're going to the mall? I don't know. You're going to something. And I can't make out. Oh, flipping it. Oh, dear. Oof. Flipping, I need to sit down. I corrected myself a bit too quickly there. All the blood kind of, ooh. Yeah, I can't see what the word at the bottom is. Whatever. Yeah, but it's some kind of cosplay magazine, okay. Huh? This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
hey,
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. Oh. This is... On one of the pages near the centre of the magazine, a word had been written in bold, bloody letters. And it said Toko. Could this be a dying message? I'm still holding on to my suicide theory. Ooh. Okay. Okay, I wanna think this through. We know Hiro came in. Okay, here's what I think happened. Hiro comes in, he bashes Sakura over the head, here's the thing, where would he get the blood from? That's the... Oh! I don't know. I mean, he could have cut himself. Also, what was it Kyoko said? There's no blood on Sakura's hands. So she couldn't have written this. Because there'd be blood on a fingertip. So that's... Okay, so... I think Hiro comes in, he bashes Sakura over the head. I don't know where the fuck he got the blood from. That's kind of where I'm like, I mean, I guess he could have scooped up some of the blood vomit. That seems kind of weird, though. But whatever. I think he writes in Toko's name. I think... I was going to say, then I think Toko comes in. There are handprints on the inside of the inside of the locker. Hiro's hair is so big. I'm kind of like, would he fit? Toko absolutely could fit in that locker. I'ma just have a bit of a sip and a think. Bear with me. Okay. If Toko's hiding in the locker, it would make sense that she was there first. Because you're not gonna walk onto a crime scene and then be like, oh shit, I'ma hide in a locker. That makes no sense. So I think Toko arrives first. Maybe she arrived before Sakura, because I was thinking she arrives, Sakura and Toko talk, I don't know, and then when Hiro comes, Toko decides to hide in the locker. Again, that doesn't sit right with me. Because I'm pretty sure that Sakura... I don't think Sakura wanted necessarily to speak with them one at a time. So I don't think Sakura would be like, oh shit, Hiro's here, you need to hide. And again, I can't see why Toko would be like, oh shit, Hiro's here, I have to hide. I think maybe Toko got there first. Maybe she wanted to meet with Sakura, but then she was also like, what if it's a trap? I'm gonna go there first and hide, and then when someone else comes, if she kills them, then I'll know about it. Maybe, something like that. So Toko's hiding in the fucking locker. Hiro comes in, bashes her over the head. Hiro writes Toko's name. Hiro then runs away. Toko gets out, sees this, and he's like, well, I'ma put this back, because fuck you. And, you know, that's why it's in the thing the wrong way. She didn't look. She just stuffed it back on the shelf. She didn't necessarily do it, like, neat and proper. She then bashes Sakura over the head, except she cleans up her bottle, but she doesn't get all of it. There are still some big pieces that she missed, and that's why the pieces were heavier than one bottle. I still think all of this is moot. The head injury isn't what killed her. It's the fact that she was vomiting blood. I still think she committed suicide. I think she did. That's the only reason I can think why she'd be smiling. A dying message?
Correct.
Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this?
So...
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. A dying message, but Sakura's hands were clean.
However...
But, just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it, for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that... That says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it.
What the heck?
Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet.
I will forgive you.
It's settled! She's the killer for sure! Hina. Hina has been very determined to lay the blame at either Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro's feet. She has been very, very eager. Here's what I'm thinking. Not Sakura, excuse me. Hina hung out by the door. Didn't she say she got the broom from the chem lab? Am I making that up? Didn't she say she got the broom from the chem lab? I'm gonna have to rewatch that. But I think she said she got the broom from the chem lab. We know that protein drink came from the chem lab. I think you know. I think you know that she committed suicide and you just don't want anyone else to know. I think Hina planted the bottle. Hina planted the bottle so that we'd all be like, oh shit, poison. And she's trying to protect her friend. She doesn't want people to know she committed suicide. Hina! Oh. I'm not angry. If that's what Hina is doing, I'm not angry. I think it's kind of like what Mondo did by transferring Chihiro into the girls' locker room. Hina. It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. Magazine dying message has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. There, I finished examining all the things Kyoko mentioned. And I did find some new clues. But when it comes to the locked room puzzle, I'm still totally clueless. Don't worry, Makoto, I am not. I think I've got this. I'm pretty confident that I've got this. I've got you, buddy.
Hey.
Oh, I just remembered. There was something else I wanted to tell you. I saw Byakuya in the chem lab when I went to go get the scale. I didn't want to deal with him, so I took great pains to sneak in and out without him noticing me. So you know how I feel. You know how I feel every time I have to deal with you. And?
So...
If you haven't checked out the chem lab, you should probably do that, since I couldn't do it myself. You know, the protein can we found at the murder scene must have come from the chem lab. I think you're right. I should probably take a look around that area.
Indeed.
Indeed. Okie doke. To the chem lab. F1. Now then, where was the chem lab on this floor? Actually, no, it's this floor. Yes. There we go. Chem lab. Oh, hello. Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes, sir, I understand. No, what I meant to say was, shut the fuck up, bitch. I do what I want. Yeah. Okie doke, let's see. So it's just... I'm just checking all around. Okay, yeah, it's just the cabinets and Byakuya. Hello. Okay, so this is the yellow powder. And here we have shoe marks. Okay. Let's start with this. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. Okay, and I can see in cabinet C we have like poison, because it's got the red skull and crossbones. But more important right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. It's got a skull and crossbones. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? C4. It looks like the bottle had a label on it. Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then, this powder must have been spilled.
So in other words...
That's right. It could only have been around the time of the incident. If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Source of the powder has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. Yeah, I think Sakura got the poison. I think she probably dropped it. One second, I'm thinking again. I think she drops it. That's what causes the powder on her shoes, but I don't think this is Sakura. She drops it. She takes it with her to the rec room. I reckon she gets attacked twice, then she takes the powder. And then she locks herself in by putting the chair under the door. And then I think Hina, when she came to get the broom, I'm gonna assume that this is where the chem, whatever it was called, the protein zyme, whatever doodad, this is where those are located. She runs in, grabs it, runs back, and then as Makoto and Kyoko are busy looking at Sakura's body, Hina just puts it down on the floor. That's what I think happened. These are footprints? And they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen. Stab him. Stab him with the pen.
What?
Well, let's go, chop chop, bitch. I've got a pen, I've got a weapon. I've got a weapon, I'll use it. Makoto won't use it. Oh, okay. So I got to work, And before long, I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. Okay. So, how's this? Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad. For you, I mean. For me.
I see.
So, when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. You couldn't tell that just from looking at the fucking shoe prints. Byakuya! Do your glasses need cleaning? Is that it? Do you have the wrong prescription? They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
It's certainly possible.
Makoto, are they yours? You can check my shoes if you like. This is stupid. No!
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. Go right ahead. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see. Your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit, these are not your footprints. Unfortunately? But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Then these prints are a really valuable clue. Okay, and then... on this shelf is... one look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on this shelf are labelled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit C. So on this shelf is... it looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Simply put, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kinda harsh?
What?
What? You think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now, I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labelled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit, section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. And A... let's see, what's on this shelf? There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines, and we have one of C9. What are you doing there? The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labelled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section A. Oh, she switched them! There was a bottle of C9. Okay, so here's what happened. Sakura got one, she dropped it, was like shit, so she picked up another. She drank that in the fucking rec room, and then when she fucking hooked the door, she put the bottle down, and then she went and sat down and she died. When we went in, Kyoko and Makoto didn't notice it, but Hina did, so Hina picked it up. And she swapped it for the protein drink in the chem lab before going to get the others. Huh? But wait. There's one bottle here that's labelled Chem C9. Could someone have put it here on accident? I should try to find out more about this shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A has dietary supplements, Section B has reagents, and Section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. But what concerns me is that in Section A, there was a bottle with a label from Section C. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on there. ChemLab shelf has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Okay, is that... Oh, hello. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I'd better not leave a footprint in it. I should probably take a good hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle was labelled Chem C4. Also, it looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to have been spilt right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Footprints in the powder have been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. We never spoke to Byakuya, but then again, I doubt he would have had anything useful to say.
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
Is it time already? But we're right in the middle of figuring out this locked room mystery. I'll have to try right at the end. Of course you would, Callista. I'll have to try to tie up all the loose ends at the class trial. No, I absolutely will figure everything out. And I am gonna leave this episode off right here. In the next one, we begin the class trial, but until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it will be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.